I'm certainly hoping that you're enjoying watching from home or on the internet or Facebook our live results tonight of the elections at American Town Hall. I'm welcoming Mayor Ricky Pratt for how many months? How many years? How many?
It's been 2 years.
2 years
and a half now.
2 years and a half. I knew you were counting.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the first times the entire voting process for the city has changed this year.
Right.
This is our first year to actually see election take place in November. In the past, it's been in a nonpartisan theater back in May, along with the school board elections. This is our first November election for municipal elections. I think we're going to see big number turnout compared to what we were.
I think it's going to be a landmark year because of the fact it has a different tenor entirely. What do you suppose the benefit will be for the city, being that we kind of have this groundswell?
Well, the groundswell means that we're not going to see as much apathy. Apathy has always been an issue when you got to an election in May because you followed a primary that was held in March. And then by May, voters would just say, oh, it's just the city elections. But I got to tell you guys, as voters, you get more of a voice when it's dealing with local politics. Municipal and county election results, every vote counts.
That's right. And you and I were looking at some of the figures about the last presidential election and comparing voter turnout for percentage-wise and what you traditionally used to see in May versus what we'll see tonight. I don't know if you want to throw a number out there or not, but certainly it's going to be better for us as a city, us as a county, trustees. We're seeing Board of Trustees being voted on this evening as well.
Yes, there's a lot of elections going on right now concurrently.
Right.
Something different than we would normally see during municipal elections. We saw an average of 10% voter turnout in prior years. This year, I'm anticipating a 20% voter turnout for the municipal election just because more people are tuned in to national politics.
That's right.
So it means they're going to get up off the couch and push that button.
And I think, too, don't you think in just the people who are putting themselves into public office maybe for the first time or again have a renewed sense of vigor for it all?
Definitely. I think that start of a change in the incumbent seats and that voter wanting to get out there and change the world attitude, I think it's still alive. I think it's alive. It's just what camp you're in, somebody's always wanting to get somebody else out of office.
That's right.
I think.
And we've all kind of seen, we're very fortunate we can early vote. Talk to us a little bit about that and then maybe what your perceptions were today as you saw people go to their polling places.
Well, a lot of what I saw at the early voting precinct, which is at the annex, I saw record numbers lined up outside of the venue and waiting to get in. And it was there from start to stop. Every day there was a line. Now, today when I walked or drove around from polling place to polling place, I didn't see that many people out and about.
No, and you know, funny enough, yes, because those places that I drive by traditionally, you would see them parked on the street, and most parking lots accommodated the voters that I saw today.
Yeah.
So
I think it's the people that got out and did the early voting, those are the ones that are decisive. And they're ready to go, ready to push the button, and they want to get it over with.
Well, they're engaged.
They are very active.
Right.
They are very vocal, and I applaud them because without that kind of support mechanism in our society, I'd be hard-pressed to say what our community would be like.
Yeah, exactly.
Our entire country.
Do you think that it may, I think then now we set a record. I mean, we go from here and it gets even stronger because I don't think that everybody really understood that it was kind of a trifecta today. Municipal, state, federal, all together in one time.
Yeah, in fact, I'm sure a lot of voters who have an address that says Granbury, Texas, were probably going to the polls anticipating being able to push a button for somebody that was on the city ballot.
Right.
But they wouldn't find it.
Right.
So I heard that there were a few issues at early voting where people were saying, well, why don't I get to vote? Well, the biggest reason why you may not vote in a municipal election, even though your address is Granbury, Texas, is you're not within the proper city limits of the
Maybe the ETJ
city of Granbury.
and that
You
kind
could
of
be
thing.
living in the ETJ or even in the county,
Right.
and your PO address is Granbury, Texas.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Well, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact of how fortunate we are as a community to have Granbury TV.
I love Granbury TV. I'm a big supporter.
Yeah.
I sit on that board as an advisory
Right.
board, as an ex officio member. I don't get to vote, but I love the fact that we are expanding the technology.
Right.
Our technology is growing by leaps and bounds since the city took it over in 2010.
Right.
And I can only applaud the staff for moving forward
Indeed.
on this whole endeavor. I mean, here we are with lighting. We have a nice backdrop. We've got high-def cameras now.
Well, and even-
but we need viewer support.
Right.
It is a nonprofit entity to which you can log on to our website,
Right.
Granbury TV. That's where you need to be.
Well, and the other thing that if you didn't watch us the first time we did live elections earlier in the year, we've even improved since then. I mean, we were frantically putting in things into PowerPoint and trying to do that. So hopefully, too, we'll get your feedback. What are you thinking about this versus the first time we did it? And I can't imagine how much better we'll be the next time we do it.
And the beauty is we're available online through
Right.
the web, through the website, through Channel 27 still on the Charter Cable Network,
Right.
and through UVerse.
In UVerse.
So you can go to Channel 99 on UVerse, scroll down to Granbury, and you can view Granbury TV anywhere in the Metroplex, anywhere AT&T UVerse broadcasts.
Well, my folks are watching from Iowa, so it's amazing the technology that we have brought to this community,
is.
and that we're serving the folks who matter, and that's our friends, our neighbors.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about, community.
That's right. That's
Whether
right.
you live within the city limits or the county, we all work hand in hand with
down the
one another.
highway a little piece.
There you go.
That's right. Well, Ricky, I thank you for serving our community as you do, as being mayor, and you and I've known each other a long time. Your heart is with this community for many years back. So nice that you were able to spend this evening with us.
Well, thank you for the interview. Good
You're very
talking with
welcome.
you.